What is up guys, and welcome back. If you have watched all of my videos for today, this is going to be the Hasty Balloons at Town Online. Alright, so there you go. The army composition being 34 balloons. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit dull. Just actually fighting with Guff and Cole. Fighting against actually. So, 34 balloons, 10 minions, a lava hound, 8 haste spells, and a skeleton spell. Now, occasionally you can do this or you can do this. I mean, it just depends on your taste and flavor whether you would like to have the skeleton spell. Not a lot of buffs. You would have a CC hound and then you would have a CC or even a CC skeleton. Depends on what you think, because I mean, ideally, I would have your royals, your king and queen, to take care of the opponent. Well, by the way, thanks to Rudrakshi for letting me use her account for this particular video. Also, I do have a Town Hall 8 account here, Elaine, who her as well for the making of the Town Hall 8 part of this video. Special thanks to for doing that. I mean, I know it's difficult to lend your Gmail account to someone. Here we have Elaine. She kind of has like hawk train, so I will try to make a Town Hall 8 balloons. It's not needed Town Hall 8. It's pretty like it would pretty much like become loony in it without any kind of like, I would say, without any what sorry, the haste spells. But still, at Town Hall 8, I think what you need to do is you need to use 8 balloon troops at Town Hall 8. At Town Hall 9 you need to use 9, and then at Town Hall 10 you need to use 10 for the completion of this event. Now she is 7 by 15, which is 2 raids ahead of me, and we are gonna get her 8 by 15 on this one. So let us actually check one of our attacks against Lich King. Lich King is the first one on this. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty maxed out base, but still an inactive base. So the expos kind of like inactive on this one. Now look at that. Just look at that. And once again, guys, you have so many balloons that it's gonna be very difficult to kind of like have a cycle spread on all of your loons. So just have that 2 to 3 kind of like finger deployment, and just deploy loons in groups. Like groups of 4 to 5 loons can work, guys. When you have so many loons, you can use those groups and be very liberal in deployment of your haste spells, guys. The haste spells do last for quite a long time, so you can actually just go and place them early. Now look at what I was talking about. The opponent queen here being level 17, and you have only 2 lava hounds, so that is going to be a bit difficult. So even in the Town Hall 10 video, I would just recommend having a haste spell for the opponent queen if at all needed. But in this particular attack, we have a lot of balloons left over, so they are finally gonna wrap up around the whole base and gonna take this queen out eventually, and the minions are gonna clean up the rest. Does not even swag the hate spell. Let's return home. Here, the next attack is going to be against XX Pedro, and this needs to go somewhere, right? So XX Pedro, and this one was a really solid hit up, guys. It's look at that. It's a maxed out Town line. The expos are full loaded, like fully loaded. He has a level 18 queen. He has a level 14 king, and that is that. And the base design is not that bad actually. I mean, look at the A defenses. All of them have a nice spread. He has a centralized expo, and it's kind of like an anti 3-star base. Now I would say not a current meta anti 3-star base, but it's still not a very old anti 3-star base either. The king goes in, just absolutely smashing the queen. The queen follows the king up. He's trying to get that wizard tower and the archer tower taken care of. But let us look at what. Sorry, not he. It's actually she, because she did these attacks, not me. So anyway, guys, XX Pedro X. What is this? XX Pedro XX. But anyway, the wizard tower is gone. Looks like the queen cannot do any more damage. So one hound comes in with some loon groups. Another hound comes in with more balloon groups. And look at that. As soon as you start trickling in the haste spells, man, these balloons just absolutely start smashing stuff here. Just wrecking stuff. Just stomping everything. These balloons do not need any rages, do not need any heals. They are just gonna crash on this is gonna crash their bombs and everything. That was the words I was searching for. And look at that, so many balloons left, guys. This is going to be a freaking overkill. Still has one hound remaining. There, she gets the hound pop and minions surrounded on all sides. Now, minions is something that you would have to take in this attack strategy, guys. Especially if you're not using it for clan wars. For clan wars, I do not recommend using this particular style because there are many better things. But I mean, the haste plus the balloons is working so well, guys. I think you actually do not read the rage spells of the balloons. You actually could just do well with the haste spells, to be honest. Let us just move on to 4x. Now, do take the minions, and the reason is that the lava hounds and loons, they're kind of like defense targeting troops. So if you end up with like taking out 75% of the base and just failing on one final quadrant, what would actually happen is that you would actually not be getting any loot, because since your balloons, they are not gonna target storages, so the minions come in handy there. That is why I recommend using 10 minions at least for tunnel 9s. Okay, so we are looking good and looking really solid. 34 loons, 10 minions, a lava hound. We do have a skeleton spell, so let's go find a match and then we'll wrap this video up. There you go. One of the most ridiculous things. Well, I actually need to look at the available loot. Okay, that is good. Just nearly 4k dark elixir. The queen is offset. The queen is outside. Okay, let me think how to do it. So, I'm gonna have. Okay, I'm gonna shoot in the house from here. One loon group here. One loon group here. One loon group here. So 4 different angles where I could actually have my loons from. Well, we should actually use the skeleton spell on the queen. As soon as the queen kind of like aggroes onto my king, the queen aggroes here. There goes the skeleton spell. Now it is time for the loon group. So we should actually use a 4-finger deployment. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go with the first hand, the second hand, the haste. Dang it, this is totally this is getting really messy here. We need a haste down at the bottom. We need, okay, one haste spell. I'm gonna be absolutely crazy here. We need a haste there, we need a haste there, need another haste there, need a haste there. There we go. The base is gone, guys. The base is absolutely gone. And look at that. This is really crazy. I mean, you have got so much stuff to deploy. Your balloons, your haste spells, all of that. I could not even actually look at what was happening in the dark, but hopefully you guys were watching it. Just in case. Hoping. Okay, we do not have a lot of loons left over though. But that is going to eliminate the final of these defenses. Not a great attack actually. Did not get a whole lot of time to plan on this one. Could have had those loons kind of like cycling around, but still, you have the minions. You still have a balloon. You still have a few pups, and that is that. And this was not a weak tunnel 9 base. This was actually all maxed out defenses, and even the walls are the majority of the walls are level 10. So this is looking really impressive, guys, and this is a very cheap army composition. The only it's like just a few over 500 dark elixir, and then I mean the elixir cost is just nominal, just something that is insignificant. So that is it, guys. I think this video did teach you something, did teach you a thing or two, basically. So good luck for your own Hasty Balloons event, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, especially with this kind of like army competition, guys. And once again, I would just tell you, do not miss on the Hasty Balloons event, and the reason is that events like that do not come every day. So this is your host Chef from the Shadow Warriors, just waiting for this raid to kind of wrap up, and then I would say goodbye because I would sign out. Alright guys, bye bye for now. Let us meet you guys back again with another Clash of Clans video.